Hello and welcome to No More Respawns, episode 4. Today I am here with my co-host Ben, and we have a special guest, Rachel. Ben and Rachel want to just say a quick
Hi.
hello? There.
Yeah, I was gonna say hi, and you went on to Rachel. I'm like, okay, I'm drinking my coffee.
Yeah, while Ben's sipping his coffee, here's Rachel. But our lineup today, we have an intro to our guest, fun topic, our recent plays, recent news, and we're going to be talking about the Switch 2 a week in. And Ben was working hard on a mini game for Rachel and myself, so I'm excited to see that.
Well, you can't forget about our hopes for the next Animal Crossing game too.
That's true.
And that's Rachel's. That she's a expert in that field, so
Yeah,
we'll hear a lot from
subject matter expert on Animal Crossing.
Yeah, she's like, you don't talk during that segment. I'm like, okay, you got it.
Ben had all these ideas, and I was like, I take the lead on that.
I feel like I have very minor things to say about it. I played a little bit. I mean, you guys trashed me in the like going back to like what the GameCube version or something, and I'm just there with like cobwebs and bugs.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
City Folk on the
Yes.
Wii. Yes.
Oh man. Well,
You
that
were
kind
just
of.
there. Was it his tent? Or
I
did you
don't.
just have like a
Oh
tiny
yeah,
home?
he just had a tent.
Wait, I'm thinking of
I
the
don't know.
house. I don't remember the tent.
Yeah, we went into her city folk town, and you just had like a tent and a stereo. It's like living large, Ryan.
Times are rough, you know. The raccoon doesn't let you go easy.
I know. The interest is just incredible right now. But Ryan, we kind of in the first episode, we kind of went into our history of playing games, and you kind of touched on some of the stuff with Rachel, but I'm super
True.
interested to hear kind of a little bit of a back and forth and hear kind of Rachel's perspective and something she might have remembered that you forgot. So you want to get started with you guys and your start off the gaming together?
Well, she's my sister.
What?
I know, shocking news there.
Whoa! Jeez!
I don't remember many games that we played. I feel like
You're
it
a like
comes in
serial
flashes.
watcher.
Yeah.
It does. I know we played a lot of stuff on the Wii together. Like, remember the carnival games, and even what was that
Yeah.
one where it's like a board game, but it took place on that island?
Oh, I
Ben
know what
might
you're
remember
talking
too.
about.
Do you know what I'm talking
We
about?
was it we no, oh my gosh.
The
I
one we played
literally
with Melissa.
Yes, it's the one we play with Melissa all the time.
That
Oh,
is,
it's
maybe it'll
called
come to us later. I love that game.
Oh, that's bothering me. Is it like
Well,
We
I
it's
know it's
Play?
bothering me. What?
Is it We Play?
I don't know.
we oh my gosh. It's like oh my gosh. You could also play bingo and then
And people got like sent to hell whenever they landed on a certain space, or it was like the inside of a volcano. But you're
Hell
just
yeah!
like,
No, you're
oh, what the
right.
heck? But
yeah.
we'll
They've been
remember it
stuck in the
at some point.
volcano.
We will. But yeah, no, Rachel's always pretty good at tell me which games. Ben's searching it up. I see you over
I
there.
am.
At
Oh,
like at the end of the evening, I would be playing games, so then Rachel would be watching and kind of. I mean, you tell me what to do occasionally there, especially in Fallout. The poor people in New Vegas.
It's We Party.
Oh, is it just We Party?
Yeah, it's
oh
We
yeah.
Party. I knew
Okay.
it was something simple like that. That's why I said We Play. But yeah, it's We Party.
That did sound right. I knew it was simple as well, but We Party's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
back
Ben should have me kill them with a rebar club.
Oh my god.
Everyone in
I
Vegas.
remember we would get bored and then I killed everyone in New Vegas with the rebar club. What was that
Oh.
you, Ryan? Did I have you do it or was it me?
I think it was both. I think he had me do it, and then we got you playing eventually, and that's when you took over.
You turned her on to the violence. She's like, that looks fun.
You know what? That is a really cool activity. I want to partake.
No, I never finished that game on my own, but I seen you play it, so it's like the same thing.
Not gonna lie, the goals and like the subway system and everything just hit different, especially like alone.
Mm.
And like that one ant
Oh.
like quest where you had to go through the whole series of the subway and you just hear like the ants skittering around everywhere.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
see, I couldn't do that. I get scared.
She passed that along to me where it's like she'll get into a part where she's like, Ben gives me the controller, but she's been doing good. Like, she's been finishing in a lot of games mostly by herself too. Like she almost beat Wind Waker by herself, and then she did beat Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
nice.
did that.
Very few controller handoffs. I'm very proud.
Well, I finished Hogwarts Legacy, and then I
That was
Mm,
a
also
fun one.
finished Baldur's Gate on my own, and
That one
then
yeah.
I feel like
I
I had to force you for that one though. You didn't want the story to be over. I'm like, please, I have no
Oh
one else to
yeah.
talk to.
I literally was physically ill while we're, like, talking and, like, you talk to them at the camp afterwards, like, literally my stomach hurt, I wanted to vomit, like
That's such a good moment, though. I mean, we're
Oh
not
my
gonna spoil
gosh.
it for Ben there. He's never gonna finish it, but you know.
It's
I
so
am
sad.
sometime.
Well, it's just, like, it's over, the game's done, that's it, and, like, all those relationships you built, they're just done.
Ah,
If I don't
jeez.
They're there.
if I don't
They're just
finish
there where they were in time, you know.
no, if I don't finish, it's never over.
This is true. You
That's
can't really
yeah.
argue with that logic, Ryan.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, but I
No.
did finish that.
Well, that was good. Uh, and the other thing that we talked about that I have to hear from Rachel's side is the Grand Theft Auto story.
So
She just laughs.
so I don't really remember, like, being a snitch, okay?
I never said that. That's why I think like you said it like innocently, but
And I told her
I
that. I said,
did.
Ryan's so protective over you. He's like, well, she didn't really mean it.
I didn't, and I remember what it was. So, Ryan, you've got cheat codes, and those cheat codes, you could be different people, like your main
Oh,
character.
is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
Ryan,
then
I see.
your your main character, one of the cheat codes was a girl in a bikini, and I was just so excited
Good
that you could play
lord.
as a woman. I'm a
Ryan's like, I can
girl.
be my.
No,
I
it wasn't like something that Ryan like played as the whole time, but like we just like looked to see who all you could be. So we went through all the cheat codes.
We did. We did.
Welcome to Rybread Exposed, episode 4.
I thought it was fun, but I guess my
Your
mother
mom
didn't
didn't
think
think
it
so,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, mom didn't think it was as funny as Rachel did.
Oh my gosh. Ryan's like, I need to get a fan on in here.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
You remember the old cheat codes, Ben? It was fun just to see what all you could get away with. But
Well, yeah, well, I even made the joke in the first episode where I do remember hearing through the grapevine. I didn't partake. But hearing the grapevine from people in school, just these freaking perverts in 5th grade, they're just like, you got the cheat code for the girl NPC's naked. And it's just like, what the heck are you guys talking about?
can we rewind and what game what game are you talking about over there?
Well, no, this was for
I
Grand Theft
know.
What
Auto.
5th grade game are you
Or
talking about?
whatever grade we were in. It was like Grand
No.
Theft, like you said, it was like Vice City or something. Where I remember that.
No.
Oh, jeez, you're right, Ryan. It's getting hot in here.
You're right. It was me asking for them cheat codes.
I'm like, well, you go to cheatheaven.com and just go to Grand Theft Auto. Triangle, XOXO.
Um,
That's how I got banned.
should we
Yeah, I don't think it was much longer after that I was forbidden to play.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but no, that's why I don't hold anything against Rachel, because it was like we were just having fun with cheat codes, and she was just telling mom about all the fun with the random cheat codes.
codes.
And
anyway, then there was naked ladies. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
You
She
know?
was like naked.
What?
I love how you said when you said it the first time, you're like, I felt like you said where your heart just drops. I could just imagine that where your heart's in your stomach and you're like looking up at your mom. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's
"Oh."
like at dinner or like maybe breakfast the next day or something. It was definitely at the table. So I was just
No.
Rachel's talking. I didn't want to interrupt, and then that's when it ended.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that. See, you
That's
should have just
See,
been
that's
like,
why. That's why I
"Hey."
defended her.
that's so funny. Well,
You
s-
know?
What I can't defend her in is that Barbie horse game.
oh my
the
gosh.
amount of time in that Barbie horse game. If only they tracked hours on the PS1.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I've seen footage of this game. Good.
Oh my god.
Footage.
I'm
I
trying to be
forget
involved.
who played that game as well. I feel like it was one of my friends. And she knew exactly what I was talking about. She knew that Barbie game. It was you just
I
had to
swear
be
it's
there.
only you.
So did you groom your horses today? Me too.
I literally would feed them for, like, an hour actual time. Like,
And
I'd
this
feed
was
them
before their
every
hour bath.
That's so funny. Oh my
do that.
gosh.
You'd have to, like, get the bubbles, then wash it off. Then I think you brush them as
I still
well.
have the sound of like the brush ingrained in my head. It's like just like a permanent core memory of the brush just against the horse.
I could just like
Yeah.
the sound on a loop from like those old games. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah. When your uncle
Going
was over, I just remember him recounting Rachel playing this. She's like, "Oh, that horse game. She'd make me watch her."
What did they say when it was getting dark? Didn't she like repeat like a certain phrase over and over when it was becoming nighttime? I just can't remember what it was. It was just very repetitive as Rachel's just horse
Oh
riding.
my god.
Barbie's like, girl, it is 12 in the morning.
It's getting late. Time for
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah,
What?
probably actually.
I remember hating that. I'd be like, "Shut up." Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh.
I don't know
Jeez.
what she'd say.
just I don't know why they remind me like the darkness. Do you remember in Rugrats the like sewer
Oh,
mission or like the like
no.
whole nighttime ghost thing?
No.
I don't know why I forgot
Yeah.
about that, but that was like legit
No.
creepy. Did you
So
ever play
many core
Rugrats?
memories unlocked.
That was terrible. You just said Rugrats in the dark, and I knew exactly what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Ben,
Like,
did you ever play it?
I've only played what are you talking about like on the PlayStation or N64?
Pretty sure it's
PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
think it was also on the N64, or there is at least Rugrat games on the N64 because when I have that thing with a whole bunch of games on it, I was playing and I played a few Rugrat games. I don't know if I played that particular part, but I just
Oh.
it was just kind of uncanny how the game was just like a little unsettling, I guess. So I can imagine whatever you guys were talking about is
It literally
interesting.
was the house at night, and I'm pretty sure you're Tommy,
Yeah.
and I remember for some reason you have to go towards the garage at night.
Yeah. It
That
was
no. It was bad.
It was legit
This
a
sounds
horror
like
game.
an indie horror game that you'd play,
It really
Ryan.
does. You had to
Yeah.
like navigate the house at night, and then you found a flashlight, the classic horror trope. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, that's when
Oh,
the ghosts came
jeez.
out, and you had to like
Are you
blind them with the
serious? What the
flashlight, and then they
heck?
would disappear, and they'd
Yes.
make like a noise as they shriveled up. But like, I don't think
Yes.
the thing was over. After you like navigated the house, you then had to go into the sewer system. That was
Yes.
also dark.
Yes.
Wait, what was the
Yes.
spot to find like the dog in the sewer?
Oh my gosh. I think that's his name. But I
Yeah,
remember, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure, like, you're looking for the dog, and
yeah.
yeah, I
Uh,
I hated that part, that was scary.
and especially when you play a game like that on an old system with the graphics how they are and the just the facial textures and everything, it just makes everything extra creepy and
It
extra
does.
unsettling. You just have Tommy with the 5
Yeah,
polygons like, "Arr."
and it had,
I'm
like,
looking around.
spooky I think it was spooky music too, so it
And
It
that
wasn't
seems
like,
was.
creepier with the old like chip tune kinda
Yes.
music, especially
yeah,
on the N64. It was probably sounded better on the
Hmm.
PlayStation, but everything was more compressed on the N64 because they use cartridges, so it was
Yeah.
extra like chip tuney, I guess. But regardless, those songs back then were extra creepy.
They were.
yeah.
Oh man. So
Dun, dun,
PlayStation,
dun.
broken broken PlayStation. This is one I've been wanting to hear because Ryan has no memory, and I've heard this story so many times from
I've been
Rachel.
trying to recall, and I like loosely, I don't know. I'm like trying to grasp. You just have to help me connect the dots.
Okay, so, like, I don't remember how or when. I don't know if, like, parts of it like, I know parts of the story because 'cause I've mentioned it to mom before, and, like, she's confirmed that this has happened. So, like,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we had a birthday party that before when they were always at the house, and our cousins I don't know if I should name names, I won't name names, but
We're
Just
gonna
make up a
call out
name.
Jason.
they
I'm blaming you.
it was
Megatron.
Shane and Jason. The
They
2
know
of
it. No
them
shame. We'll call them out.
I
Hope you're
know.
listening. Hello.
They they were, like, so chaotic as children. They loved destroying things, and I'm just gonna say it like it is.
Oh no.
Like, l
I knew
literally,
this was
they
coming.
Yeah, I don't know her.
there was there was nothing happening in your room, Ryan, but those little gremlins made their way back there and broke the original PlayStation that you had. And I confirmed with mom that no money was exchanged between parties because of this broken PlayStation. And when they bought, I don't know, the PlayStation that we have now, I see it. Um, like, that's how we have, like, the smaller one. So there was, like, the big bulky PlayStation 1, and we have,
Oh
like,
The
yeah.
the
the
chunky one,
slim
yeah.
one. Yes, and that's how we had the slim one, and I remember it was, like, something with how, like, the disc, like, popped in. That was what was broken.
Oh, how it has
Mm.
So,
those like three like little nubbies to kind of like hold it down or something. Is it
yeah,
that?
they, like, destroyed part of that, I'm pretty sure.
Like, how do you go into a room
Um
and destroy something that specific? You, like, open it, get tweezers, you're like, and just, like, pull it out?
They're probably, like, shoving games in and out of it. I don't know, but I remember the time that they ruined my Hello Kitty camera, okay? They ruined
Hello
all
Kitty
my
camera.
photos. Yeah, do you remember? Because they had, like I had all these photos already on it. I don't know what they did, but all the photos, like, merged together, like and I remember we teased our neighbor, Danny, 'cause we were like, "Remember that time you were with our grandparents?" 'Cause he was like a ghost in the photo, 'cause they got merged because of Shane and Jason messing around with my Hello Kitty camera that I'll never forgive them for.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so they were repeat offenders, is what I'm trying to say.
That's funny. So, did that bring anything back for you, Ryan?
Not really. I mean, the square PlayStation, because I remember when they did like slim it up. I do
Yeah.
recall having the bigger one and then not having the bigger one.
You just completely, like, block that out. You're like, "I never lost a console before, it's fine."
There is no war in Bossing Say.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My cabbages! Oh my
Oh my god.
gosh.
Um,
Any
what's another
others?
good game?
Remember
You said
playing
you always you Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
no, what
Huh?
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I remember, hearing you saying, like, when you went to your dad's or something, like, you'd just stay up late playing a certain game and watching Ryan and always falling asleep.
Yeah, he would play Command and Conquer.
Oh my
Well,
gosh!
yeah, Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Oh, jeez. I feel like wasn't that, like, a more of a gruesome game too? Or am I thinking of,
Yeah.
oh, yeah!
I mean,
Rachel
I
sounded
guess a
so
little
happy about
bit.
it
Like
too.
the people would
Yeah!
like splat and stuff, but
Well, okay, yeah.
We were, like, tiny,
That's
and it was just,
funny.
like, a game about war. I mean, come on.
Rachel was just
I
I
absorbing
still
love that
all the
game.
remember.
violence. She's like, "Yes, yes." So much things make
"Soon we
sense
will
right now.
stand. Soon
I
we will
know
stand."
that
Is
song
that
is
from the
also engraved. I love
Oh
it.
my
Getting like
gosh.
the nice little like
Yeah.
Tesla cannon or the Tesla
Yeah!
tower.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh,
Those were
man.
great.
I
You
could
got
like
So
to
hear it
electrocute
charging up in my
everyone.
head.
Yeah, same.
oh my gosh.
Well, that and we
I
played Monopoly too. That was also pretty good. We would start
That
off
was
like against
good.
everybody, but Rachel and I would just team up against the computer because they obviously
Yep.
cheated. When one of us knew we were dying or like getting bought out, it's like Rachel, just take all my money. You have to. I'll
uh,
sell you this one property you're gonna land on for like you just take it all. I can't
I feel
remember
like
how we worked it out,
Yeah.
but
you've guys matured from teaming up on computers to just teaming up on me, when we, like, do Smash and stuff now.
I
Some
don't
things
think
never
we ever
change.
team up on you. I think your thing is like a skill issue that you're not able to handle two different opponents. It's not my fault you can't handle two other players.
Okay, okay.
Dead. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, here we go again. Definitely not teaming up on me now. Alright, alright. Oh, jeez. There's another one I feel like Ryan, I feel like Rachel remembers all these memories playing with you, and you're like, "My PlayStation was never broken." But whenever Rachel and I first started dating, we were playing that N64 cartridge with, like, all the N64 games on it, and she showed me this. She's like, "Oh, is this game on it?" It was this, like, 3D Streets of Rage type game.
Oh, I
She's
know
like,
exactly what you
"Oh,
mean.
you know? I thought you said last time I brought this up you don't remember this."
Well, Rachel, it's the one that where you could like grab random stuff, right? Like off the streets and whatnot, and
Yeah.
you had to go into like the tower and ascend out like up
Yeah.
to the top.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Yes.
one she showed me. Do you
Yeah,
remember what it was
I can't
Yes.
remember
called?
what it's called. No, I don't.
Uh,
That was a good classic one too.
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah.
We only
I
played
wish
it a
I could
little
say
bit.
more about it. I can't remember what it's called. But it was
I
just a
don't
classic
know.
beat 'em up game. And then
Yeah, those are always fun, especially growing up. That it's just like a simplistic, just like kind of couch co-op thing with your buddy or family or whatever.
yeah, what was the other? I don't, I don't know if Rachel and I played it. I think we might have. Remember the one where you could be like the lizard King Kong sort of thing, or like a giant rat, and you kind of like ravage the city.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Hmm.
about. That was on the PlayStation, right?
No, I thought it was
No.
on N64.
Yeah, I think it was on
Wait.
multiple. Was it Destroy All
Was it just called
Monsters?
Rampage?
Rampage. It was Rampage.
Okay.
That sounds like what you were
Yeah, where you
describing.
could like pick up people and like eat them for health and stuff.
Mhm.
We
Pick up
might not have played
buildings.
that one because of your age at the time, but
Meanwhile, it's
yeah,
like,
I was
oh, you're
playing
playing
Grand Theft
games where
Auto,
people go
but
splat. It's like people go splat. You're like, I wasn't that violent.
It was like top down pixel
And
and that
Rachel's
was
like
it, you
quoting
know?
the game, like, "Leave no survivors."
Yeah.
Oh, was there a game that we used to play and it was like we were both like robots? And did we have to like fight each other?
Yeah. Ben might remember that one. I think that might have been a GameCube one. It was almost
Was it Custom Robo?
no. Man, this is kind of
That was
Project
like
Zero?
bothering me a little bit. No, it wasn't that one either. I feel like the main purpose was it kind of was like that where you just had like this giant robot sort of thing, but they made you fight each other and a lot of it was like in the city and you could destroy a lot of
Mm.
the city as well.
yeah, that was
See,
fun.
those games are fun. I played that Godzilla game that was on the GameCube, that generation. It was, I think that one was Godzilla Destroy All Monsters or something like that, but, uh,
Okay.
it was very similar. You just fought each other in the big city. You could pick up buildings, kinda like Rampage a little bit.
I found
Eh
it. Robotech Battle Cry
Oh, yeah,
was
I've
the
never heard
game.
of that before.
That case looks familiar.
Oh,
I don't even know how we found it. There's another one that I played on was it Xbox or something like that? Can't remember the name at all. Haven't found anything similar to it. It was like I feel like it was like quest driven, but you got to control the elements and you get to
Mm.
pick what elements you can control as you like fight through it and you level up. Literally can't find it. Lost the game. I don't know where it went. It's lost in
Oh,
time.
I hate that. I hate
It
that's like,
must have
what
just
is
been a
it?
fever
Mu
dream.
it sounds like Rachel's situation with Mulan, or is it Mulan you can't find?
well, no, like I physically can't find where that disc, the game disc, ever went.
Oh, my
Like,
yeah. That's the worst
yeah.
when that happens. You have, like, an empty case, and you're just like, "Where are you? What
Well,
random
the
case
thing
did I
is,
put it in and give to Goodwill?"
I just used that game to like dress up Mulan. That's all I did. I didn't like it was like this whole thing that I never did. I just dressed her up in the very beginning, like in the very beginning of the movie. Like,
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah.
yeah, but I did find it on eBay for 5.99 with free shipping.
Well,
I
That's
was
actually
very
hilarious.
tempted.
you gotta get it. You get it,
And
we'll do a video on, my channel for it.
yes, also I want to circle back to that fighting game on the Nintendo 64.
I was just
It's
trying to
called
find it.
Fighting Force 64.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes, you got it.
Jeez, I've never heard of a lot of these games. I'm gonna have to check them out.
I
It's
know. N
how did we even get a hold of this one? You're right. It was also for PlayStation. Did we play it on PlayStation or was it N64?
It
That
was the
wouldn't surprise me,
N64
Ryan.
'cause I still have that game cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gee, you do?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Look at
Well,
that.
I'm
you
pretty
know
sure
what?
it's
It doesn't surprise
upstairs.
me. Ryan said he had sticky fingers when it came to N64s growing up, so
You know,
It was people
I wonder.
lending them to me and then forgetting they took them back.
Yeah. That's how we
Uh,
ended up with Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Nope.
That's
Yes.
part of it. I'm sorry, Dylan. I still have it.
I did notice there was an extra copy. I was like, "Why do I have this Player's Choice Animal Crossing down here?" Oh, well. Put it on the shelf.
You're like, this is a fine addition to my collection.
Yeah, I know. It's like, "Alright, I'll take duplicates." I have
I
2
know.
Smash Brothers Melee.
And
It's
Ryan,
fun.
here's my old PlayStation. I'll keep yours.
Yeah. Oh, man.
God, that's so funny. You know, isn't it crazy to think that like my interest in Animal Crossing came from Ryan borrowing a game from one of his friends?
Well, sometimes that's how it happens. I feel like there's a few games that we got into growing up from just borrowing it that one time. The whole path of your life just changes from that one time you borrow it. You're like, I wasn't living life until now.
Until I was indebted to a raccoon.
I know. Ryan living the tranquil life in his tent with a radio.
I was. I'm just I'm just vibing in there,
Yeah.
sleeping with my bedhead.
Just the meme where it's the dog in the flaming building, like, "Everything's fine. I don't owe a crap ton of
Yeah,
money."
it's winter. I'm just in in a little tent with a lamp.
Yeah. War Cold is just in the mind.
It's a
Oh
mindset,
my
bro.
gosh. Okay, so Rachel, do you wanna kinda jump into I know you really wanna talk about your new pet, Ricky. Do you wanna tell us a little bit about him?
No.
Okay.
All right, fair. That's how going on. We had.
So, I have a new jumping spider as a pet. I
Nice.
can't jump into this.
No, love it.
But
Yeah,
I
I see what you did there. I can't jump into this.
I missed it.
you know, just picked up a wild jumping spider one day. Ben found it.
Yeah, it was we were doing a garage sale and the little guy just poked his cute little head out and I was kind of just joking around. I'm like, "Hey Rachel, there's a jumping spider over there." And my dad was there and she just she just bull rushes over and I'm like, "Dad, get out of the way."
He did.
And he did and she just bolted in there. She's like, "Where is it?" And she's like, "Oh, it's big." So I didn't think she was actually gonna keep it, but once she put it into one of those we were selling one of those water purifier,
A
what do you call it?
Brita.
Pitcher, yeah, one of those water
Yeah,
Yeah.
pitcher Britas,
yeah.
and she put, the spider into this thing, and she's like, "Well, if it finds its way out," because there's a little opening at the s like, where at the open
The
for the
spout,
spout
yeah.
the spout, and she's like, if it finds its way out, then it was meant to be free." Sure enough, little Ricky finds his way out, and she's like, "Just kidding,"
Oh,
and she puts him in another container, and,
girls playing like legit Hunger Games.
I
If you win
know.
the
No.
games, oh, never mind.
He literally got out, and then, like, there were people, like, shopping around the garage sale, so I'm, like, trying not to, like, make a scene here, like, looking like a psycho, like, trying to follow the spider around.
Yeah.
And I was, like, so stressed, and then I think I, like, walked away for a second, and he was, like, on the table, and I thought I lost him, but he just crawled around the back side of it, and that's when I determined that he needed to come home with me, because I let a previous jumping spider go, and he was, like, a little bit smaller, and he seemed so cute, and I was, like, so excited because it's, like, the first time I seen a jumping spider, like, big enough where you could see his, like, eyes and his little fangs and stuff, um, but I was too scared. I was so unprepared, I didn't know what they ate, I didn't know anything, and then I'm seeing they need live bugs and all this stuff, and I'm like, I can't do this." So, I let him outside, and I let him go.
And you regretted it ever since.
I did. It literally was my biggest regret. I think about it to this day, and I'm still thinking about how he just seemed really cute and nice, but
But
because
you
I
don't
let
like
him go
Ricky?
outside. Well, okay, listen, I don't know if Ricky, like, if I gave him the chance to be free, I kinda think he would take it, I gotta be honest.
I can't really disagree with you there because he's
Yeah,
cute. He good.
he just, like, wanders around. He really doesn't give, like, 2 craps about me, like, I let him out a little bit, and he literally, like, walks away from me, like, "Okay." The other one, I let it go outside on the sidewalk, and he literally didn't leave. He just hung
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ricky would
y
be like, "See ya."
well, do you wanna tell him about the decorations you did for Ricky's house?
Oh, yeah, I went
Oh
on
yeah.
I went on Etsy and because Ryan's 3D printer isn't working, yeah, so disappointed.
Shots
And
shots fired.
yeah, I know. It hasn't worked for years.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
gonna buy filament for it and everything,
Oh my
but
gosh.
I had to go on Etsy, and there was, like, a specific seller, and it was so cute because they call the spiders, like, spoods, so it was Oregon
Spoods?
Yeah,
spoods.
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's funny.
and, so I got a fake little 3D printed cushion, a little bridge, pink webs, and a
Which
pink
seemed
heart
pretty annoying
spider
to put
hive.
up when I was watching you try to put up those pink
Yeah,
webs.
I had to attempt to do it because I had, what, 8 magnets, so all for all 4 corners, inside and outside, and they're small, and, oh my god, I tried multiple times, probably over a dozen times to get that
She
perfectly.
she did, and I had to walk away 'cause it's one of those things, those little finicky things with the fine motor skills we don't have anymore, so you're trying to do it, and it's
Yeah.
just falling through our freaking fingers, and I had anxiety watching her do it, but she was persistent, and
Yeah,
she got it. But
yeah,
the
luckily I had, like it was like, metal tweezers, so if it kind of fell on the inside, I could use the tweezers and it would just stick to it, so it
Oh, that's
kinda
pretty good.
helped.
Yeah, yeah, but Ricky is just hiding away in his little hidey hole that part of the decorations she got him, it's a little heart with
Yeah.
and it uses the magnets on both ends, and he just went into this little heart, and he just keeps spinning his little web, and you can't even see him anymore. You barely see the
Yeah,
glisten from his eyes, and he's just not coming out. He hates
yeah, it's like
us.
a I think they call that a hammock. So he's just doing that. I don't know if he's molting. I don't know if he's just scared about all the new changes because when I put him in there, I had him in a different container while I cleaned everything and then made it all nice for him. So I'm trying to put him back in and he's crawling out onto the bridge. And I'm like, "Okay, we're done. Successful transfer." I pull back the little container, and he had a web anchor in there, and he went flying with it.
Yeah, we put him through the ringer, when she was decorating. I tried to help, but yeah, that little guy was just stuck in his own web. He really, was his own worst enemy in this situation.
Yeah, I'm not used to that. I'm used to, like, "Okay, you're over here, and you're not attached to this." But I should know better
Yeah.
now. They have the anchor.
Oh my gosh. But, yeah,
Yeah.
little Ricky's a cutie. He's a cutie, and
Yes.
I'm gonna be not looked at the same way that we look at Ricky after I kinda go into my thing here, which is weird food combinations, and I wanted to bring this
Ooh.
up because I've gotten weird looks all my life with some of these combinations I do with food, and I wanted to see I kinda already know Rachel's opinion, but I wanna see from you guys, and let us know in the comments too if you tried any of these combinations or if you're going to try because you're interested. But
They're
the
not gonna.
first Stop it, Ryan. Stop it. If you don't, you don't know what you're missing. The first combination, I'll go with the obvious one first because I think this isn't super out there because I know people like my brother who also do this and my sister. Maybe it's a genetic thing. But ranch on pizza. You can't tell me that nobody does ranch on pizza,
I
Ryan.
can tell you that. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no. That is genetic. I'll agree with that component. No one does that.
Okay. Well, I know Rachel has my back.
What? No. Like, ranch on pizza should be reserved for, like, the frozen pizza that you get for, like, $2 at Walmart, okay? That is the appropriate use. Beyond that, it's frowned upon.
I
Yeah, is
feel
this
like
like on
I
all pizza?
Yes,
um No, I there's sometimes, where, I didn't
uh,
put hey, I that place we went to the other last week, I didn't put pizza when I reheated
One
my slice, I didn't put ranch on that.
okay, as you should. That is a $25 pizza for 6 slices, okay? I woulda, like, leaped across the table if there was ranch on there because that is a crime. Lock you up and throw away the key. That is a
Okay.
crime.
I
Yes.
can kinda I can agree. Maybe I'm not to that extent where it's just Walmart pizza or something with the ranch. I go a little bit further than that. Like, I put ranch on Domino's or kind of those mid-tier places. Once you go to, like,
No,
$20 for 6 slices, I can kinda bring myself back and kinda just enjoy
no,
the pizza. She's
no.
really calling me
Hmm.
out here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well,
While I
I
don't
have
agree, I do agree with the
yeah.
crappy frozen ones because those ones are already kind of trash anyway.
Yes.
yeah.
But
Yes, it's acceptable there. They need it. But, like, I swear to God, we got, like, pizza from a local place, and he still put ranch on it.
like go like
I'm
right into the bathroom like with a thing of ranch and
Well, okay, well, yeah, like, I have my own little, hidden valley in my pocket,
yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not paying 30 cents for your own little your little sad cup of ranch that you sell. That's the thing. Sometimes you buy pizza and they put little ranch things in there. I mean, maybe it's only when it's buffalo chicken pizza, but I mean, details.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally when it's buffalo chicken pizza,
that is a good
only
point. Specialty
time.
pizzas are different. Could
Yeah.
be.
Ah.
So, before I get exposed anymore with that one, the next one is ketchup on mac and cheese. Eh? Eh? Come on, Ryan. I see you about to
I,
agree with me there.
I'm gonna say no, but then again, it almost brings up like the quality sort of thing. Like if it's good mac and cheese, like you shouldn't touch it. But if we're talking
Yeah,
like
Okay.
low tier or base,
Kraft,
maybe I'll add like
Yeah,
hot sauce to mac and cheese every once in a
that's
while to kind
good.
of like
That's
spice
something
it
I
up a
tried
bit.
yeah.
later in life. That's something I tried later in life.
It- I'll like cook like chicken nuggets or something like that too. That way it's like buffalo chicken. But
Yeah,
I yeah, I feel like it is a quality thing. You can't touch the high quality ones, but the low quality mac and cheese,
yeah.
I'm still gonna
Okay.
frown. I'm still gonna frown at it, but
You're
you know,
still gonna
it's
give me
Frown
a negative
upon it.
grade on that. Okay. Well,
I
what about cheesy
hey,
potatoes? What?
listen, listen, listen. I didn't voice my opinion on the mac and cheese, and you're moving on?
What about these cheesy potatoes?
Hey,
Go
Let's
ahead.
talk about yeah,
no.
cheesy potatoes are pretty.
Hey, I'm, like, kinda on Ben's side, okay?
Hmm.
Aw.
I especially in high school, okay, that crap was tasteless. Okay, there was no taste to that mac and cheese. It's like glue.
That's true. Glue's the perfect way to describe that mac and cheese you're talking about.
Yeah, and, like, I ate it with ketchup, and I still remember one time I got made fun of for it, and so I quit. It was terrible,
You got
Meanwhile,
but
out
I'm
while you
looking
were ahead.
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm peeping you from across the cafeteria, like, "That's my future wife."
You're
like,
having mac and cheese in your ketchup.
And then Ryan's across the other side
yeah.
of the cafeteria just being like, "That freaking pervert's peeping my sister," and then he came
No,
and
like
beat me up.
that guy's putting ranch on pizza. I bet he does something else with pierogies.
He probably does some other weird stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, speaking of that nice
Pierogies.
yeah, let's just get this out of the way, and I will specify here that these are the potato pierogies, okay? I
What do you
I
do to them, Ben?
what do I do to them? Well,
What do you do
I
to them?
happen to enjoy these pierogies with ketchup as well.
Oh no.
It good. It good. It good. I mean,
No.
I was confident with the ketchup in mac and cheese, but this is I'm a little bashful about because I kind of know it's wrong, so I kind of feel sick with myself as I do it, but
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
The
bring back
sauce is butter. Butter and onions.
yes, only
And ketchup.
No
okay,
ketchup. Just salt
you know,
and butter.
Good, babe.
Okay, me and Brian on, like, mother's side, I'm pretty sure we're what, 3rd generation from Poland, okay?
Is that even safe to say
Oh,
now? Go ahead.
um, like, and you're going to put ketchup on pierogies? That literally, like, that's like, I said the whole, like, what was it? The ranch on pizza being criminal, like, this is, like, criminal.
I like the
Like,
Well,
deadpan as you just take it. This is what I'm
you know
here
what,
you're
for. I'm here for the
Ryan?
entertainment as you get
It
as you
was a
just take it.
it was a privilege to
you
be your
know,
brother-in-law, even how short it might have been.
the ranch was a misdemeanor, and this is a felony.
Oh, I got into
This
the
one
F.
is indeed a crime. Yeah, no,
I
I agree with Rachel. It's a crime.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're one of the people that
okay.
should know better too, which is the worst part.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
And
yeah, exactly.
this is only a recent, development. I
It
feel
makes it
like
even worse.
yeah, it
You know
does.
better.
Okay. So,
The well, wait.
anyway
Uh,
oh,
another thing to touch up on that, which Rachel probably hate me for, I could accept. I'm sorry, Rachel. Marinara.
ah,
Get
that sounds pretty
I've had that
good.
out.
before, and it is actually
Get
pretty good.
out.
I had it at
No,
like a food
Oh,
no.
truck one time where they like deep fried them, and then it was
ooh,
dippable in marinara, but it was like the cheese and
ooh.
potato one, and it was actually pretty good.
All right. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to
You have to
expand my
try the deep
palate here.
fry. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. Get a
No.
finer taste, not ketchup anymore. Marinara.
You know what? I'm gonna
I
refine my
mean,
taste for sure.
deep frying it, like, kinda becomes like a mozzarella stick probably, but I
Exactly,
don't know,
exactly.
I I can't believe you threw that out there. I would've, like, nobody could beat that information out of me. I would've just kept silent.
You've piqued your interest here.
I did. It was like at the food truck that had like deep fried Oreos, like cheese curds, and then like
You say
the
deep
deep
fried
fried
pierogies?
pierogies, and I was like,
Eh?
okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Eh?
try it.
No.
And I did, and I got the Oreos too, because
The
who can't resist
blasphemy.
deep fried Oreos?
Exactly. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. So,
Oh my
uh,
god.
enough with the blasphemy here. Let's jump into what we've been playing lately. You wanna I guess, you want me to start? I don't really care. I don't really care. What do you think?
You know, you're technically the first one on the list that we have, so I feel like
What
it's only fair that you start
wh
first, being first in the list.
what list do you speak of? I see no list. So, as I
We're
see,
semi organized here at NMR, no
semi-organized.
more respawns. Like and
Yeah,
subscribe.
I was about to say, feel free for, praise and ketchup. Okay, so I've been playing more Mario Kart World, obviously. I'm still super into the game. It's, oh, stop typing in the notes. Trying to distract me over here. So, yeah, I've been playing Mario Kart World. I'm still doing the online. What I've been doing lately is I've been doing the time trials. That's something I did with the other one. And when I got decent at Mario Kart 8, a lot of it came from after I did the time trials a lot. And
Ugh.
it's kind of happening in this case. I'm getting better at certain shortcuts, but something I'm realizing is just how much deeper the gameplay mechanics go. And I already knew this, but when I'm actually seeing all these shortcuts, I'm like, oh, so do a double 360 backflip, grind on the wall, and jump off, do two tricks to the left. It has to be to the left to have enough momentum to get on the next guardrail. And I'm like, so yeah, it's interesting.
Dang.
It is satisfying when you pull the stuff off, but
Meanwhile,
it's
I'm like
a
coin
lot
purse go
more.
burr.
Yeah.
Brr.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh my
I've been
god.
playing that. Rachel and I have been doing the free roam still, so we've been finding
Yeah.
panels and the peach coins. It's been fun. She gets mad when I start practicing the courses. She's like, "We're supposed to be exploring," and I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, 'cause that's the sweat
Yes, and
and
then she starts
a
calling me a
sweat.
sweat.
I
Yeah.
could see it.
Yes.
I'm a little bit worried for whenever I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
speaking of
like
which, I have your Switch right here, Ryan. You
I was
like
looking at
it?
that. I wasn't sure if it was just a
wow.
box,
No,
like hoarding boxes, or if that's the child.
I do have my box about 5 feet away from me, but this is the unopened one. Let's do a, unboxing. An
Yeah, I don't
unopening,
see a
that sounds,
staple in there. I need a receipt staple to that so I know.
oh, yeah, let's get that screen all dented up. But, yeah, Mario Kart's been super fun. I've also been doing some GameCube, with the NSO Online, so that's still fun. They just need to add more games because they still only have 3 on there.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but
Wait, what 3 are
Dom,
there? Like Soul
it
Calibur,
Soul
Wind
Calibur
Waker.
2, Wind Waker, and F-Zero.
Okay.
I hear rumors that the next game is gonna be a shadow drop in a Nintendo Direct for next month in July,
Huh.
and it's gonna be Pokemon Colosseum, so take that for
Oh,
what it's worth,
snap.
but it's just a rumor, but I know that's one you'd like to be on there, Pokemon.
Yeah.
I
This is
definitely good.
good timing with you coming over
Yeah,
with
I
my
know that
Switch.
we could, yeah, exactly, exactly. But Dom, I don't know if I mentioned in the last podcast, but Dom got a Switch 2 as well, and we were
Nice.
playing some N64 games on the NSO app using the voice chat, and it works really well as long as both parties have a good internet connection and we're both plugged into Ethernet. There's very minimal lag. But as soon as
Oh,
one
nice.
out of four people has a little spotty connection, everybody goes down with the ship. So you have
That's
to be a little
hilarious.
you have to be a little bit careful with
We
that.
all have 1,000 ping.
Mhm. Oh my gosh. And we've also been doing some Splatoon 3 because there is an update for Splatoon 3 where it increases the texture or the resolution and the frame rate. So it runs a
Okay.
lot smoother. The colors pop even more. And we were using the voice chat. Everything worked super smoothly. And Splatoon 3 is fun. I haven't played it in a while, so it was nice to jump back into that. But one another game came out the end of May is Elden Ring Night Rain.
Oh, yeah.
My brother got that, so we've been playing that a good bit. I've been wanting to get on a little more, but there's so many things to play right now,
There really
and
is.
that game's just so fun, and there's so many funny memes about that, about just when your random party member doesn't know what they're doing and, and then just running away from the bosses. And that was kind of me in a couple of them because you get queued with people that know exactly where to go. It's pretty fast paced because the rain's closing in on you.
Okay.
So there is one where you have to get to this tree, and it kinda gives you a little compass thing to follow where the tree is. So I'm going, and there's this big cliff that goes into this lava area, and I'm thinking, "Okay, well, I can still go the direction of the tree," so I jump down to this ravine, and I'm just in this lava pit with all this stuff around me, and I cannot find a jumping, updraft thing to get back up on the cliff, so I got covered in the rain, and my I just see my teammates fighting a boss, and I am no help. So, it takes a little getting used to, but it's definitely fun, especially if you have a couple people to play with, and it's not full price, it's only, I think, $40, but if you get the
Yeah.
deluxe edition, it's 55, I think.
How
But you get a
many
digital art book. What's that?
how many can be in a party? Is it like
3.
4?
It's
Oh,
up to
3.
3. Mhm.
Okay. That's 3 is a unique number for that.
Yeah, and they are talking about updates to rebalance it to have, like, duos and to even
Hmm.
rebalance it if you wanna go through by yourself, which I like it to because it and some a weird choice is they don't have native voice chat with when you're playing
Oh.
with randos, and that's definitely a
Oh.
game where voice chat is, kind of important when it's
Yeah,
just
when
real
you're
fast
trying to
paced.
strategize.
Yeah, because what if you're down and your teammate doesn't know you're down? They're just gonna see you slowly crawling eventually, and it's gonna be too late. But that's, that's pretty much all I've been playing lately. How about you, Ryan?
I have a small list here of things that I've played
Just
recently.
a
It's just
small list.
the small list. Brotato again. You're probably everyone's going to hear about this for quite some time.
every episode. So I've been playing Brotato.
I mean, pretty
Go
much so
pro.
far it has been. Beat it on a couple new characters there, max level 5. There, it's just fun trying to see if you can beat them because each character has pros and cons, so it's kind of nice. I see you typing there.
Distracting you.
Yeah, now you're distracting me. It's nice just to be able to beat it with
Yeah,
everybody to see if you could overcome the challenge. And then I
for sure.
played School 666. I know I had to like try overcoming you like typing in the in the notes.
I could tell it was there was a struggle to regain your
There was
focus there.
there was. School 666 was a pretty fun. I played that one with Round and Krystal. That's like an anomaly spotting game where you just kind of run through a school and pinpoint things that are the anomaly. If it's an anomaly, you kind of like go backwards into the like elevator that you came in, and then you just progress forward, I suppose. And if there is an anomaly, or I guess if there is an anomaly, then you just kind of truck forward, and then the elevator kind of goes up. And like the goal is to get to room 666, but there are certain phases where they have like different like quirky bosses. Like the one of them was like a Doom esque type of
Oh, that's
game, like
cool.
old school Doom.
Yeah.
And then the last one was like an Elden Ring esque sort of boss. So it's just
Oh
kind of
my
like
gosh.
fun how they kind of have that stuff all. It's quirky. It's good.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fun.
yeah. And then I did play Kingdom Come Deliverance. That one I was slightly into slumping, and I kind of got over it. It was just like a mission where I had to complete like another mission, and I had to do other stuff for that other sub mission in order to progress the story forward. It was like optional anyway, but I really wanted to do it. It made
Yeah.
sense. It was getting like a healing or like a priest that knows medicine to like a war camp. So I was like, all right, I kind of want to do that. Just do
Yeah.
everything I
No,
can.
that sounds cool.
Yeah. So I was in a slump with that, but then I finally did it and overcame it. I mean, it's been a while since I played it again, but it's fun.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, yeah. And then did a little Human Fall Flat. That's just a silly
Oh,
physics game, and I see in here
oh
that you and
yeah.
Rachel played.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Rachel just dragging me around. I love how just the ragdoll kinda,
Yeah,
physics
Yeah.
in the game is just too it's just 2 jokes to watch.
it is, and especially like when somebody spawns in, like how can you not grab them and try throwing them off the edge? You know?
I know, it's like the
Yeah, just
inflatable
the
tube
one,
man. Yeah, yeah.
or whacking them. It's it's quirky. It's fun. I can't remember how much it is. Like I got it a while ago.
Yeah, I think that's one that's on Game Pass, and that one's put on those
That makes
subscription
sense.
services pretty often, and I think goes on sale pretty often. It's a fun one to check out if you can play it for cheap.
Yeah, no, exactly. We did Boulder's Gate again. Finally, we took a
Woo.
break. Now we're kind of in a
On another break.
foreseeable another break. I
Yeah.
know. It's right now we're playing hardcore mode. We're in Act 1 trying to take easy fights on in order to beat bosses later on at like level 5. And now we're currently in the Underdark, so trying to pick off
Oh,
fun bosses
nice.
there.
That's something I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
I started a, honor run.
Ooh.
All
Too
by
easy,
yourself
too
without
easy.
us.
Yeah, well, what do you
Yeah.
mean? I was ousted from being in your group, with you and Rachel, so I don't wanna hear that.
Wow.
Plus, Rachel and I couldn't play at the same time anyway, because it's on my Steam without us having to, like, buy a whole 'nother
Exactly.
one,
I mean, that's true. I feel
and
like it
Rachel
gives
thinks I'm a
you
noob,
addition.
so
Yeah, because you haven't even beat it yet, have you?
I haven't even
Uh-huh.
got to Act 2.
So his first playthrough will be on honor mode. And yeah.
Hey,
Good.
we didn't die. We got to that
Um,
first town and, all body parts accounted for.
uh-huh. You just did one session.
Yeah, and it was a good session. I think it's promising. I think it's promising.
Have other
Uh,
people beaten the game, or
Not in my group. They've made it farther
that's a
than
very
I have.
bold, bold first playthrough there.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we're
I
jumping in the deep end.
Yeah. I think it perfectly just I don't know, it represents the chaotic nature of your friend group as well. I think
This
it's
is
a
true.
good
This is true.
example, yeah.
It's all psychology. Yeah. This is
So 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 I don't wanna be embarrassed anymore about that. So Ryan, you have some, Mario Kart, gameplay going on, huh?
I
Huh?
know when you mentioned the like little tips and tricks in like Mario Kart 8, I was like, oh no. Because I recently played it with a neighbor, Craig, on the Wii U, and it was terrible experience. He was obviously quite good at the game, and I was doing like the gyroscope on like the big controller looking thing.
The
I just
gamepad?
the the gamepad. I was playing on the gamepad and it didn't work.
Oh my gosh,
The big
Ben.
controller
The
contraption
big controller with the screen.
with the
Uh,
I'm
screen and the analog sticks. What
that that was just bad. I couldn't do the gyroscope turning, all that
Yeah.
stuff. That was just terrible.
oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm
much
using
better on the
No.
motion
Switch. I'm not
controls.
the greatest, but it was just I did not do
Yeah,
Rachel
well.
went
see
from the Wii to this, didn't you, babe? Like,
yeah, so I remember I, like, held on to the motion controls, and it was so funny because Ben, like, taught me how to be better at it. So then when I, like, went back to my
Sweat.
friend group yeah, I went back to my friend group and we played, and I was doing, like, motion controls, and I beat all of their asses. So
she
it was
did.
just, like, they were all salty, and I was doing motion controls, which is supposed to be harder. So
I can
And
attest to
Rachel
that.
your
was
fr
just like, "Brrr."
well, yeah, and so I feel like your neighbor did you dirty, Ryan, because he could have said, "Well, it's easier not to do that," but he just was taking those wins.
His
Took
neighbor just
advantage of
put
me. You're right. It's Craig's fault.
the neighbor
Yeah,
puts on, like,
Craig.
the steer assist and the thing the assist to make you just always move forward.
Oh my god.
I don't think the
we
Wii U had that option, though. I
I
think
thought
that
wait.
was
it
What?
added on the
did.
Switch, where it gives you the antenna that, like, won't let you fall off the track.
Oh, that I can't remember if it did. We did turn off the gyroscope turning the motion controls, and I still
Mm.
didn't do well.
Yeah, well,
So I guess I can't
that
blame
just
it too
screwed
much.
you up. That tainted you for
Yeah,
any
it
other
did. It just left
controls.
that bad taste in my mouth. I just couldn't recover from it.
You're using the analog
Yeah.
sticks and you're also steering it. You're like, "I don't know what to do."
Which one is it this time?
I know. It's like when you're using inverted camera controls and you didn't know you could switch it, and then you
Oh
play for a couple
yeah.
hours, and then you switch it, and then you still try to turn it the inverted way, and you're like, "Ah, I'm
I don't know
ruined."
why the brain does you dirty like that.
It
Because you know
does.
you switched it back to be normal, and their brain's like, well, now I could do inverted perfectly. And it's like,
I
you couldn't do that
know.
before?
I know. It all of a sudden, yeah, it's just natural for it.
Yeah.
Uh, and I've switched back and forth while I'm like, maybe inverted's fine now, but then once you switch it, you're messed up again. So yeah, your brain hates you. Long story short there.
Long story short. Then the final
Yeah.
game I actually played it and beat Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. That was
Ooh.
that was a really good series, I'm
Ooh.
not gonna lie there. It had a lot of intense moments. There's like one of the chase scenes at the very beginning that like would not let you go for like the longest time. You know, they give you like a break thinking like, oh, I'm okay. No, you're not
Yeah.
okay. So you just have to keep like running. But
Yeah.
the whole purpose of this one, again, you know, obviously takes place in like the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, but you work as a repairman for Freddy Fazbear's, and you're sent to Murray's costume manor to get a lot of like Freddy Fazbear's assets back.
Okay.
And obviously there's like all the animatronics are there, and there's like a lot of like I don't know if I'd call them proto ones. You know, there's like it looks like Chica, but it's not really Chica. They have like the cupcake there, all that like sort of stuff. Where it's
Yeah.
it's enjoyable seeing how like, you know, they gave the assets to Freddy Fazbear's and how it like adds to the lore that way. But you
Yeah.
know, there's the animatronics. There's one in particular, the Mimic, that really tries hunting you down.
Oh
But
my gosh.
it's just a great game because you never know when it's going to pop up. You can kind of
Ah,
suspect when it will, but I'm always like eyeing up hiding spots. I've had to play a ton of parts like a million times because I just
Oh, I
kept
bet.
dying
Yeah,
each time. But
that's how I am with for Friday night or a Friday night at Freddy's. But but yeah, I struggled with that game. It just the anxiety just really peaks for me. I can imagine. Uh,
but
but
that's all I played.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Ooh.
good selection. Anything outside of Mario Kart for you, Rachel?
Uh, no. I mean,
Okay.
Baldur's Gate with
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh
Besides
yeah,
Baldur's
yeah.
Yeah.
Gate, yeah.
So I guess yeah, you everything you played was with us. But jumping into recent news and events, I guess the first thing I want to bring up is there was a new this was about a week or so ago, but there was a new Splatoon spin-off game announced for the Switch 2 called Splatoon Raiders. So it's not Splatoon 4, but
Huh.
hopefully Splatoon 4 is still coming and this is just going to hold people over. It kind of looks they didn't really show really what the game's about, but it's basically it's a spin-off and it looks like they were on some kind of island. So I don't know if it's going to be some kind of mystery game,
So,
action
like
game.
like
Uh
Fortnite.
no,
Oh.
hopefully not. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But we'll see. I don't
Yeah.
know if they'll go with a whole different multiplayer angle with it. I think this is going to be a single player, maybe co-op based
Oh.
thing. So that's just my opinion on it. But I'm excited to see what they bring for it. Could be interesting. I don't know. I like Splatoon a lot, but I don't know if I'd drop $70 on a spin-off unless it looks really
Oh.
good. So I
Although
mean,
co-op adventure, it might be kind of interesting, you know? There's
yeah.
not many games that are now like couch co-op anymore, so it could be fun.
Yeah. So, are you okay?
So what? What?
So anyway,
That scared me. I thought, like, an audio was playing, like, I don't know.
Ryan has don't mind Ryan. He just has like a train going through his room. So anyway, I kind of
I thought
already
it was like a car opening, like
just it's like one of those weird AI videos where the whole Ryan's whole video is
Oh
AI and
yeah.
a car is
Yeah,
like opening up
yeah.
behind him randomly.
Yeah, I just like and then some reason like I get arrested by like the police as like the trunk's opening.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, kind of something I mentioned before, there's been some updates with some Switch 1 games for the Switch 2, one of which is Splatoon 3. Like I said, better resolution, better frame rate. Couple others. I guess one of the only other ones I tried out is the have you ever heard of the Game Builder Garage? It's Nintendo's little game builder game that they released on the Switch 1.
I
But
think so.
it's pretty cool. You actually you can design games. People have made some crazy stuff, and it actually has like a programming thing in
Oh,
there where it
okay.
teaches you how to, where you associate the buttons and you can make 3D games. But they added mouse controls for that game. So I tried it out.
Oh,
Actually
snap.
works. It works actually so nice. I honestly felt like I was just using a normal mouse and I was just in the living room and I had the Switch in a tabletop mode, just sitting on the couch, and I'm just using the mouse controls. But no, it's definitely pretty cool. So it's cool to go back to that. Outside of that, one of the biggest things that has happened, at least in my eyes, is the Nintendo Direct for Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks so crazy. There was some speculation that the team behind Super Mario Odyssey was working on this game. And after watching the direct, it really seems like that's the case. There's just so many
Huh.
similarities. You collect these bananas called Banandium gems, and they have a
Mhm.
similar menu where you collect them that looks like the menu when you collect moons in Odyssey. You can get different
Okay.
outfits, and even the little closet you go into to change your outfits looks super similar to Odyssey. They have a co-op mode like Odyssey, where in this one you have, I guess I should have mentioned that Pauline is or child Pauline is confirmed to be DK's companion, and
Okay.
that's it's a kind of it's a pretty cute dynamic. It A lot of people have compared it to Wreck-It Ralph with Penelope.
Oh, okay.
It's
Aw.
Yeah, that is
so
actually a very good comparison.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
so funny because I saw a TikTok where it has DK flying downward like the end of Wreck-It Ralph, the first one, and he's like he's like, "I'm a bad guy, and that's okay." And he's flying down, and it just has DK, and he's like,
That's actually pretty
it
good.
yeah, you have to check it out, but it's a cool dynamic, and they have a co-op mode, just like how in Odyssey, someone can control Cappy. In this one, someone controls not really controls, but they can aim these because Pauline's a singer, these vocal waves or blasts that Pauline can do to assist, and you can touch different materials and get the attributes from it, and it will like put the attributes to the vocal blast. So they added some kind of cool stuff with that.
Okay, nice.
But the game has different transformations for Donkey Kong, where one is this huge ape version of himself. It's the Bonanza Kong or something, and it's just DK. He looks like a Super Saiyan 4. He has even the little eyeshadow, and he has the bananas as his hair. It just looks really it just looks really funny. But my favorite by far is the zebra bonanza, where it's just this he turns into this buff zebra. It's like a bipedal buff zebra, and he can run on water randomly because it's like he can run fast, but he doesn't even look like he's moving that fast. He's just this buff zebra running, and it just looks so funny. And the last one is an ostrich bonanza where you turn into this ostrich and you just have your arms and there's little bananas hanging underneath your arms, which makes them wings, I guess. And you can drop these exploding eggs. It just looks super weird, which I love.
I like that.
And something you need to, this is important, something you need to transform, and this has become my favorite word now, is you need to collect things to get bananergy. When I was watching this direct and they said bananergy, I just couldn't. I don't know what it is. It's not even it's just it's not that crazy, but I just heard them say bananergy
It's
and it
pretty
was
good
the
still, I love it.
I just wasn't expecting them to say that. Even Rachel laughed. It's like, as long as you have bananergy. And I'm like, what is that? That's too funny. Like Banandium Gems is pretty clever. I like that, but Bananergy by far is it takes the banana for sure. Uh
Gonna have to
but
start using that.
yeah, I know. It's like, oh man, you really brought the Bananergy. But they introduced the new villains in the game, and they were also showing that characters that we know and love are coming back. Diddy Kong, I think Daisy Kong, and Cranky Kong are all coming back. And
Okay.
the villain in the game is called the Void Company. There's some speculation that King K. Rool is actually going to be in the game because I guess some
Oh.
people have played the demo because the demo's in the wild out in Best Buy, GameStop. If you can find the demo, you can try it out. I
Oh.
almost stopped today after the gym to see if I could. I should have for this tonight, uh, but so there, I guess there was the Croc enemies, and usually when they're in the game,
Oh.
because in a previous game, one of the developers said that they weren't in the game because they didn't want to mislead the gamer to think King K. Rool was going to be in it when he wasn't. So the fact those enemies are in this game might be
Yeah,
saying that
strongly
he's going to be in it.
correlates it.
Which I mean, I feel like he has to be. It's kind of like those old Zelda games where, "Oh, Ganondorf's not in this game," and then he ends up being in the game. It's like this
It's like a
he's like
different form or
the
something.
secret no, he's like the secret big bad where it was kind of a fake out with who the main enemy was. So I think that's gonna be a situation we're gonna get with, Donkey Kong Bonanza. But the game just looks great. There's so much mobility with Donkey Kong and with the transformations and finding the Banandium gems. I loved finding the moons in Mario Odyssey, and it looks like in this game the Bananium gems are a little bit harder to find. Not like an Odyssey. Some of them you just break a box and there's one, but
Okay.
you have to like dig through the level, and the whole setting of the game I love too, because you're going to the core of the planet. You keep going through these layers through the earth, but the environments are environments you wouldn't expect to be underground. It kind of gives
Okay.
Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of vibes, and I'm definitely here for that. That's to me, it's just like a weird concept. I
Makes it
always
fun.
loved it. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And there's also these little challenge areas that kind of remind me of shrines from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Hmm.
So it looks like they're just incorporating all these different great aspects from their other games and putting it into like one big banana. And I can't wait. I can't wait to play it. It comes out next month.
Can't wait to bring the Bananergy.
I was gonna, yeah, that's
Bananergy.
the Bananergy. Uh,
Bananergy.
yeah, I can't wait to play it. Um, I guess the last piece of news that I want to bring up is recently there was a third party developer who said that their physical game sales were well below their lowest expectation or
Dang.
for it. And a lot of people are saying it's because of the game key cards. No one's buying them,
Oh,
which
that
kind of makes sense
yeah.
because one of the best selling third party games is Cyberpunk, and that game is fully on the card. It's not a game key card, which is impressive. They got that on to I think it's like a 60
That's
gig
real.
card or whatever. But
Oh.
I didn't have like a super harsh opinion on the game key cards, but at the same time, I guess I'm not. To me, if I'm gonna get a game key card, I at that point I'm probably just gonna get the digital one. I know there's resale value to them, but to me, if I don't have the whole game on the card, I'd rather just have the convenience of the digital game at that point.
Oh,
But
I see. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
kind of
I
where
get that.
I draw the lines of like is it worth it? But yeah, and I guess the last thing is I kind of already mentioned I have Ryan Switch too. So Ryan, well,
Holding
do
it
you?
hostage.
Yeah, I mean, but didn't you get to try out a Switch 2 recently?
I did. I did. Yeah. Went
What did you
over
think
Andy
about it?
Sarah's
Ooh.
place and got to actually like hold one. It feels pretty nice actually. I like it better, like feeling wise, than the first Switch. And then I
Yeah,
did get to try Mario Kart World, and that was pretty good.
Ooh.
I do love the like different characters they have in it. It's just it
who
makes it a
did
lot
you
more
play
fun.
as?
The coin purse.
Oh,
I can't remember
that's
who I
too
played before
funny.
that.
That is
It's
a
just so
funny one.
random.
It
They did
is.
have
It is.
they did have Spike, and I love playing Spike on Jamboree, so I was like really
Yeah,
torn. But
yeah. But you saw the coin purse and you're like, eh, eh, yeah.
you little random green
You,
thing.
yeah. You didn't even know it was a coin purse at first. You're like, you abomination. You're mine.
Weird looking frog.
Weird frog. That should be the name.
But
Oh my
even like
god.
the outside world, I felt even reminded me of Odyssey a little bit. It was weird, like having a Mario game that was like free roaming. I'm like,
Mhm.
what? What is this?
Yeah. It the it does they did make the world in a way where you do feel like you could just be Mario and just be running around in it. Where almost it makes
Yeah.
more sense for it to be that when you're free roaming. But
Yes.
it was built for the races, and they do a good job where when you're actually racing, like if you're getting off course, Lakitu comes in sometimes to your detriment where it's like I was trying to do a shortcut, but for the most
No.
part it works well. Yeah. But that's all I really have for recent news and events. Anyone else want to have anything before we move on to our main topic, our hope to the new Animal Crossing game?
Mm,
I don't think
I
for
mean,
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say about like Mario Kart World, because I felt like I don't know, when it came to Mario Kart 8, I didn't really like I don't know, I feel like it was doing too much. Like, the
Yeah.
hovering and going, like, in all different directions, like, to me, visually, like, it's so overwhelming, especially when you're not used to a specific level or something, like, it's too much
Yeah.
Oh,
going
okay.
on.
You could fall off
Um,
real easily, and it's just, like, overstimulating, overwhelming. I see what you
well,
mean.
just, like, not even just falling off, it's just, like, just everything on the screen, like, it just is too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like you don't
It
even know where to look,
yeah.
and, I feel like Mario Kart World is much better, like, I feel like it goes more back to, like, the roots of the game, kind of
Mhm.
like the tracks, like, being good in and of itself, like, you don't have to be, like,
Yeah.
doing loop-de-loops in the air and,
I
like,
knew you were
all
gonna
this
say loopy
stuff.
loops, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a
Like
good way to put it, was going back to the roots and like you said, the tracks kinda standing on their own as just through
yeah.
their design. I mean, Mario Kart 8 has good track design, but yeah, sometimes it can just be crazy for the sake of being crazy. So, I see what you mean.
Yes. Yeah, so I like World better. It's just so much I don't know, like, less
Yes.
theatrics, I don't
I get
know.
it. No, yeah, you're right.
But like it's I think it has a better entry point for people coming in who haven't played in a while, but it also has I think it is at the same time it has a really good balance because it has a really high skill ceiling where if you want to learn how to do these million shortcuts you can, but I mean let's be real, even though if you know these shortcuts really well, when you're in a race with 24 people, how big of an advantage is that gonna be? It is gonna be a big advantage, but to be able to pull it off in a race, it's so much riskier than a time trial because if you get hit by a red shell as you're trying to hit this
Oh,
shortcut,
yeah.
then you're stuck in this slow grass. There's so many things that can happen. It is an advantage to know those things, but it adds a lot more complexity to your decision making, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Mario Kart World is definitely worth trying out, especially if you haven't touched the series in a while. But
Wait,
oh, go ahead.
well, this kinda ties into, like, Animal Crossing, because Isabelle and the villager were in Mario Kart before, and now they're not.
Yeah, I was just reading about that
What?
today, where it was saying how it was an intentional choice to only have the people from the Mario or people animal yeah, characters from the Mario universe in Mario Kart World, which I don't really think is necessary. If you're gonna
Oh.
have everyone be these random things like cows and everything, like you could still have villager without it feeling too out of place. So hopefully
Yeah.
that changes with some updates or something. But
I hope
I
so.
agree. I think they should add those other characters again, but we'll see. Maybe they'll have DLC. Who knows?
Ugh,
Yeah, that sounds like something they would do.
Yeah.
that's lame.
But speaking of Animal Crossing, we'll jump into our main topic, our hopes for the next Animal Crossing game. And it's funny because we were already deciding to do this, but if you've been looking online, there's been a lot of rumors lately
Oh,
about
no.
a direct coming in July for Nintendo, and that Animal Crossing, there's going to be a little teaser for Animal Crossing, and it just basically say 2026
Hmm.
for the Switch 2. So I don't know how much weight there is to that. I guess that popular Nintendo YouTuber Beat 'em Ups mentioned it in his podcast, and he doesn't really talk on rumors too much, but apparently he said he had a reliable source, and I doubt if he didn't think that he would just be throwing that out there when he doesn't do that often. But we'll see. We'll see if there's a direct next month. But with that being
Darn.
said, let's get into
Mm,
our hopes for what we want in the next Animal Crossing game. I guess I will start off here, but Rachel is a diehard Animal Crossing fan, so she's gonna have
yeah.
a lot of
You
things to
know,
be fixed. Good.
I think I should take the lead. Step
Oh,
aside.
good.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, now let me just take Ben's name out of here. There
Yeah,
you
there you
go.
go. Updating the
Wait.
notes. Rachel.
Yeah.
I just see
Listen.
her start reading off my notes. I'm like, "Hey."
Like, I remember I forget what year it was. Like, I would hope for every single direct I'd watch waiting for Animal Crossing, and many a times I was disappointed.
Yeah,
Yes,
So,
they did like
you
to do
know,
that.
they do.
I literally, Animal Crossing brings them so much money, and they just leave it out there to die. They're like, "We're not supporting it. We're done."
Yeah.
And that's my biggest complaint. But hopefully, I don't know, I am hoping not for an island next time.
From the
Yeah.
rumors, I've seen different rumors, some probably are more, reliable than others, but a couple I've been seeing lately is it being in, like, a big city, and you make your own city, and there being some kinda, like, community hub where you can sell things to other players, and I don't know how true that is, but it does sound like a pretty cool concept.
It is different than the other one, so potentially?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, but kinda on touching on what Rachel said about, Nintendo kind of not kind of neglecting Animal Crossing. It kinda with, Animal Crossing New Horizons, they just kinda got to a point where they
Mm.
stopped updating it and stopped adding things to it. I feel like it's kinda like the produce at Walmart where you just know things have been, like, genetically altered where the fruit's, like, humongous when it shouldn't be. It's like Nintendo's just like, "Oh, there you go," like, "Oh, look how great it is," and then but they don't really put the love and care it deserves
Yeah, they're just
to keep.
gone.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, bye." But, yeah, I hope they definitely keep upgrading or updating, I guess, Animal Crossing
Both.
for the Switch too, yeah.
Yeah. It's, like, so random because if you think about, New Leaf, I forget when did they roll out that amiibo update? It was years later. Like, it was
It
so
was.
random.
It was
I
really
loved
random.
it. Yeah, like, I live for that. Granted, I just had, like, the 3DS, which Ryan and my mom got me specifically for Animal Crossing,
Aw,
okay?
how nice. What a good brother.
I still remember, like, Ryan, I think didn't you have to, like, argue with the GameStop employee because he, like, was saying that the what was it, pink and white 3DS didn't exist? And
I
you're
can't
like,
remember, but
"Oh,
possibly.
I remember that." Yeah, because you had to be like,
Just
"No, it does." Like, "You're wrong." And it was like a thing, and I remember that because I did end up getting the pink and white one, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
But,
I've seen it.
yeah,
Oh my
GameStop still up to their antics,
always
manipulating customers.
Something
staples and
different with
screens,
Nintendo.
you name it, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
but
um,
good.
uh, well, I was thinking what else we want in it, unless you wanna say something?
I was just gonna go on what you were talking about New Leaf and just all the things in New Leaf that they just put so much content into that game, and they added cool stuff to New Horizons, like the island builder, and I like the setting. The graphics were really nice, pretty to look at,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
they kinda just gave you this base game missing a lot of content that was in New Leaf. Like, to me, the bare minimum
Yeah.
was have the important features from New Leaf in New Horizons from the get-go, and then add new stuff, but they didn't have the Nook's Cranny, to its fullest upgrade,
Ugh,
and they never upgrade. That was
Oh.
something ridiculous. You got to the second
that
upgrade.
was that was
Yeah.
so disappointing. That was, like, one of the biggest letdowns
Oh,
because
yeah.
I would look up how you upgrade all this stuff in New Leaf, Like, I tried. Some of them were hard, but, like, I got the TNT Emporium, okay? And that had, like, 3 or 4 floors, like, had a bunch of floors. Gracie Grace was at the top. Like, I
Yeah.
had to get her to come in to agree to come back. Like, it was a whole thing. And I
Yeah.
just feel like the very beginning, they're like, "Oh, here you go, upgrade it. That's it, forever." Like,
Mhm.
what? Like, there was, like, several upgrades to get to the TNT Emporium. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that. And then in this game, it's just like, "Okay, it looks like shop and save, then that's it." And you only have,
Yeah.
like, 3 pieces of furniture to buy each day, when you get to the highest upgrade, there's a ton, on the upper floor you can get. So, that was stupid they never upgraded it. Something
yeah,
with the island builder, the island designer that was a little bit I don't know, I feel like it was a little bit of a double-edged
Clunky.
sword. Yeah, it was clunky. I
yes,
think
yes.
they should add mouse controls to Animal Crossing New
Yeah.
Horizons. That would be super
Yeah,
nice.
like a zoomed out view where you don't have to go block
Mhm.
by block. Like, I remember what I ended up doing on my island, I, like, literally leveled everything completely flat,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
yeah, and that was so hard to do, but, like, now I don't have the motivation to put it all back. Like, it just
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
too
it
long, and then
does.
it's
I
It
just
had to help
like
does.
remove flowers and everything.
yeah, and then, like, like, because then it's like a square, and then you have to,
Yeah.
like, kinda get the edges down sometimes, but sometimes it's not quite right, and you're, like, just fiddling with this, and it's ridiculous, and then you gotta switch between your hats. It's just annoying. I don't like it. I need, like, Sims level of,
I
like,
was gonna
"Let me
say,
get
like
this
The
done."
Sims. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or even, like, yeah, I don't know, like, it's just yeah, it's too cumbersome. It's just kinda I don't know, like, it's
There's better
almost
ways
not
to go
worth it.
about it.
yeah, for sure, and I
Yes.
don't think it would be a super complicated update to add some, mouse controls, and but I think they're gonna stick with their last update for Animal Crossing New Horizons and not give
Ugh,
us it, but I don't think mouse controls
For
even just
sure.
to move your furniture around into the different slots
Oh,
would
yeah.
save a lot of time. I don't think that would be hard to add, but we'll see. I, uh
yeah, like what?
I was gonna move on, but go ahead.
Excuse me? No, I'm just kidding. I now I lost it, but I wanna mention something before I lose this idea.
Okay, good.
So, what I really want to bring back are, like, the unbreakable tools.
Oh my
So, like,
gosh, yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
golden shovel, all that stuff. The fact that they still break, ridiculous. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, when you got
Yeah.
that in previous games, like, it was such a big deal, and it's, like,
Yeah,
not anymore.
yeah.
And I feel like it's lame. Yeah.
No, it
Yeah,
is.
and I think that kinda goes to like you said, it kinda rewards you, and you feel this you have this feeling of accomplishment from getting something like that, and to me, that's part of the event-based and accomplish-based nature of New Leaf and the other games, where in New Horizons, this kinda goes to the whole island builder being a double-edged sword, is they give you so much freedom designing the island and building up however you want. There's very few spaces on the island that you can't alter where the game would
Yeah.
have these events going on, these cool random events.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Mhm.
they can't put it in basically the free space where you can edit because they don't know what you're going to do with the space. So I feel
Yeah.
like it almost makes the game feel smaller in that sense where it's less immersive than when there was less places to edit. I think they could find a better balance with that. I like the creativity and the freedom to edit, but I think they need more spaces that you can't edit where the game will do its own thing in those areas.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. The what was it? The town hall
mhm.
that you can't change the plaza tile or anything, like,
Yeah,
even from, like,
Oh, yeah.
set ones.
yeah,
So lame because you could do that in New Leaf. You
yeah.
literally could change, like, your bus stop or whatever. Was it that one? I don't know. You could change so many things, and it's just,
I
like,
think that's a good
so
solution, though.
lame.
I think if you have some kind of island built or editor or whatever, but if they add more of these areas that can't be edited to that extent, but give you the option to whether if you're the mayor or if you can make recommendations to Tom Nook or whatever, to have it
Yeah.
change from a selection kinda like a New Leaf, where it gives you some options, but it keeps the freedom for the game to do events in those areas. It's just
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
well, they can at least do A, B, and C with it, but maybe they can't turn it into a medieval castle, whatever, like the freedom that you have with New Leaf in most
Yeah.
areas.
Like, also, the fact that Pocket Camp had better items than, like,
Oh.
New Horizons.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous, literally
Ridiculous.
ridiculous. For the longest time, they churned out so many items, and let me tell you, Nintendo knows their freaking audience. There'd be, like, all this cutesy crap that you'd have to pay, like, actual money for. So,
Yeah.
like, they know what we want.
You know
Give
what
it
we
to us.
want.
Like,
Yeah.
Give it to
it's like
me.
it's like, I'm not even asking them to reinvent the wheel. Do the things that you were already doing. Like, it's not that
Yeah.
hard. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
yeah.
I agree. I agree. Nintendo needs to shape up. I think they're gonna probably add a twist with this new game. I just hope they bring back enough of the fan favorite things, especially from New Leaf, to the new game. But something I want for this new game, and it's something I've been wanting in an Animal Crossing for the longest time, is more interactivity with the items in
Yes.
the game. And
Yep.
this goes from everything. There's the multiplayer island or whatever in New Leaf, so a good
Yes.
version of that for this new game, but also more interactivity with just the kind of basic items like a ping pong table. Go with a friend
Oh,
to the ping
yeah.
pong table and be able to
Yeah.
do a little mini game. It can be so simple. It doesn't need to be complicated, but it would be fun if you could the villagers in your town, you can play with them and they're just like a easy NPC, or maybe certain villagers are better at certain games. So it's just like a harder
Yeah.
Yeah.
version. That would add so much immersion. You have a soccer field item or something, and you play a little mini game of soccer, or have what is it, the cornhole, and like, so you could just add these little simple mini games to these items, and I just think it would add so much immersion into the game and so much replay value. And I
Yeah.
think
I
there's
love
not
that
enough of
idea.
that, because they used to have those little video games in the other games you could play, like in Animal Crossing on the GameCube, you could get those little mini NESs where it had
Oh,
full NES ROMs on it, like The Legend of
that's
Zelda, Metroid, Balloon
that's
Fight,
crazy.
and it was so cool to just go into your basement in the game and play these games. It just kind of throws you into it. And wasn't there something in New Leaf like that, Rachel?
Yes. So, like, when you got Leaf tickets, which you got by, like, the whole pedometer thing on your 3DS, which I don't
Oh,
Oh
okay.
get.
yeah.
And you would have to buy fortune cookies with those Leaf tickets. So I would buy those, and then randomly you could get, I think it was like a couple 3DSs, and you could play like specific games on there. I forget what they were, but I went on before and I would just go on and play those games. Like those games were fun. And I feel like when it comes to Animal Crossing, like, of all the series, I feel like the one that I have revisited the most has to be New Leaf. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the rest of
Okay.
them I kinda, like, abandoned, but, like, New Leaf just I don't know, like, to me, it's, like, so perfect, like, yeah, you kinda wanna customize your, like, town more, which kinda sucks, and I remember, like, looking up at how people would, like, literally, like, hack their game so they could pick where these villagers' houses went to, like,
Oh my
I
That is
gosh.
a you move.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I
Put
literally
you on
was
the
like,
road?
yeah, I'm like, "I need to do this. I need my houses in a cute little, like, area." Like
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
Oh my
yeah, like,
gosh.
line them up instead of them randomly everywhere. Now you can pick, which was great,
True.
but, like so, like, minor tweaks, but,
Yeah.
like, I feel like New Horizons just has so many problems just
Yeah.
all around, and I feel like New Leaf just, like I don't know what it is about that game, like, it's just I think it's well done.
Just yeah. And I think New Horizons just feels unfinished. It's a
Yeah.
fun game. It has potential. It had potential, and I think I enjoyed it a lot. I played hours and hours of it, but yeah, when you're especially if you're familiar with New Leaf and how full that game felt,
Mhm.
there was something to be desired for New Horizons. How about you, Ryan? Any wants for this next game?
It's funny you mentioned the, like, mini games, I had that on there as well. Because like, they have certain, like, decorations that you could put outside or even inside, so why not,
Yeah.
like, have a system where you can play with buddies and
Yeah,
give them more
exactly.
reason to visit your island?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, and then I
I
couldn't
think
think of
Yeah.
Go ahead.
no, we were just saying, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah,
Eh?
yeah,
Eh?
that's what I was trying to think of, I couldn't think of it at the time.
Uh,
I I couldn't think of, like, additional ways, but, like, different ways to make money. I don't know, like, maybe have, like, a little crop section or something that's not just like, I found grass, Snook, you
They
wanna
they
buy this patch of grass,
they
or,
did
like,
have
the
crops. They
fruit.
had the turnips. You
They
didn't partake in the turnip
Well,
selling?
that was different, that was the stock market, like,
Yeah,
Well,
that's true,
no,
yeah.
actual, like, legit
um,
crops.
no, actually in, uh, New Horizons, there is crops you can do.
Oh,
Oh, is
yeah,
there?
there is,
They
yeah.
yeah, they did add, like, the farming and stuff aspect, but, like, they added that later on, which is, like, my biggest pet
Oh.
peeve
Was that, like, the
because it's, like
DLC or whatever? I think I missed that.
I think it was an update or something because I don't remember, although I do have, like, the DLC for it,
Okay.
but see, like, that's just, like, a pet peeve of mine, like, finish the damn game and then release it, like, stop giving me unfinished slop, like, I'm like,
Nintendo, you better
j
be
like
listening. She
like,
mad.
why don't people finish games first anymore? Like, finish it. I don't know, it
That's it.
just makes
That
me
could be its
mad.
own whole episode of that, but yeah, I agree, I
It
agree.
could. I mean, I didn't know about it, so yeah, I must have stopped playing
Yeah,
before all that happened. But if it was
Yeah.
I've
there when I played, I would have
never
noticed.
Yes, I love Animal Crossing. I have never planted a single crop or anything because it just was added so late. It was like a throw-in, and it's just like I, I at this point I don't care anymore. I'm done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
You know, like
it's just
same.
like the principle of it, like, I'm not doing this thing that should have been there from the beginning.
yeah,
Exactly.
I'm doing cute little like pink fairy core island. I don't need your ugly crops anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
There's farmer me over there.
Like, I don't know. I just and then you gotta look everywhere for the freaking recipes. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
forgot
I
about
gotta
that
like
too.
pop
Yeah.
the balloons. Oh my gosh, like, that takes, like, so long. It takes
Yeah.
so long. It's so time consuming, and, like, granted, I love Animal Crossing, but, like, I also want to actually play the game instead of hunting for a recipe or, like, seeing with all my friends, like, "Hey, do you have this item that's specific to your town?" Like, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
great idea, but, like, it's so cumbersome. Like, even going to Treasure Islands and they have all the recipe cards there, it takes you forever to pick them up and then see if you and learn it, or if you don't have it, drop it. Like, even having them out there for you to just take, it takes so long.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, that's true.
I can see
oh,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So
We
it's just,
we really got you going,
yeah.
babe.
I know.
Yeah, and I love Animal Crossing.
Your passion is shining through right now for sure.
But I think that's like why I stopped is like the repetitiveness. Like you go outside, you check your mail,
Yeah.
you pick
Mhm.
grass, you shake some trees, dig up some dirt, and
Yeah.
like talk to the owl Nook, and then you just go back to bed.
Yeah,
Needs
yeah.
to
Yeah.
be other things to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the holidays are the same every year.
Yeah, that was annoying to me. That's
Oh,
something I always liked
yeah.
was when
Yeah.
there was, like, a nice little difference to it, or I
Yes.
get some things being the same, but just some random events that have to do with the season. Doesn't have to be on Christmas, just somewhere there. Like,
I mean, and it's
I
connecting to
that's
the
Yeah.
internet, so why not special items, Like, yeah, like the mobile one. Just
Yeah, I was just gonna
stuff
say that.
unique.
Mhm.
You pumped out so many items in Pocket Camp, like, they can't tell me it can't be done. You could even recycle all of that stuff,
Yeah.
honestly. I wouldn't
Oh
even
no,
be
don't
mad.
give them that idea.
Oh my
I no, like,
gosh. Oh, they're
I'd
like,
be so
"Okay, say
excited.
less."
No, those items in Pocket Camp, chef's kiss, like, they are so good, so good.
Oh my gosh, that's too
Like,
funny.
you guys don't even know. I played
I
Pocket
don't.
Camp years, okay? I didn't give up on it. I seen you guys never logging back on after the initial, like, hoopla was done, okay?
Sorry, that's my ADHD. I won't, disagree with you. Come on,
Yeah,
what's next?
so, yeah, they could just recycle that stuff. It was good, it was great. I need more of that.
Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing, definitely a lot to be desired for the next game. New Horizons was a fun game, but we just expect
Uh-huh.
more. We just expect more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going on the Animal Crossing theme, and hopefully we get that announcement, and if we do, we get that next month, we will talk about that a little bit more.
Oh
But
yeah.
on the theme of Animal Crossing, Rachel, I have a
Oh.
Animal Crossing quiz for you.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yes, exactly. We're jumping into our weekly, I guess I can't call it weekly right now, but our quiz for the podcast right now, and it's going to be Animal Crossing. We're starting off with Rachel, and then I have one for you too, Ryan, after.
Oh,
So
nice.
this first game is going to be an Animal Crossing villager game where I am going to have you guess which villager this is based off the dialogue, and I'll also give you the catchphrase. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So, first piece of dialogue here. Can you guess what I'm doing? I am. I'm sitting.
Oh,
Second piece of dialogue. Check it out. Plans for some medium cardboard boxes. I can teach you if you want. Third one. I've only been here a day, but I love this island almost as much as peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Hmm.
And
oh.
the next one. You're eating pizza later, right? You know the pizza you eat when you move to a new town? And then his catchphrase is I guess I gave the gender there too. But the catchphrase is, "Do feed the bears." And personality,
What?
and the personality is lazy. Okay.
Dang.
So option A, Octavian. Option B, Ricky. Option C,
What?
Ricky.
Barreled. And option D, Raymond.
I'm gonna go with barreled.
And you got it. You got it. The beautiful Barreled. The most...
Ah,
your
he
favorite villager you had in your town.
he moved in that ugly piece of anyway. So
Yeah,
Let me look this up.
I
he was
I could
very
not
handsome.
get rid of him. Could not get rid of him.
He's just always there. Barreled.
He's hideous.
Oh, he's beautiful. You
Hideous.
know he's beautiful.
Literally, you first start playing the game, and his ugly mug moves in, and I couldn't get him out.
Yeah, I remember. That was so funny. I remember that. He never wanted to leave. Barreled loved you so much, and you just threw him away like garbage.
I
That's
I was
hilarious.
so excited. He wanted to move. I seen that thought bubble, and I'm like, "Yes,
I
please.
remember when you
Get
saw
out.
that. Yeah.
Move along."
And
And then,
moved
um,
on.
I have him in a house for, like, the Happy Home Designer DLC. So that
Yeah.
ugly mug's never coming back. He's stuck there now. I looked it
That's
up.
too
He's
funny.
stuck.
I
I
love
think
it.
I gave him a garbage heap of a home. I
Oh my
literally had
gosh.
garbage
This
outside.
got personal really fast.
It did.
Yeah. You know what? I wanna go on Animal Crossing and, like, have you insert these photos of his garbage home I gave him.
Well, then you get me the screenshots, I'll do it. But
Yeah, the revenge.
so the next part is guess the villager based on the description. So I'll give you the species first. It's wolf,
Huh.
personality, peppy, birthday, August 31st. A little hint of dress, wear shades on top of the head. Catchphrase, foxtrot. Okay, option A, fang. Option B, Audie. Option
Oh,
C.
I think it's Audie.
Oh, you didn't even. Okay, Freya and Apollo are the other two, but yes, you were right. It is Audie.
I was gonna
Wow.
Nice.
say Audie without the option, and as soon as you said it, I was like, "That one."
So wait, what
Do
gave it
you know,
away, or
the
what got it for you?
the,
Oh,
like,
look at
peppy
you. She knows her
personality and the
stuff. Look at
fox?
that. The foxtrot. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Audie. Okay, Audie. Do you know the lore about Audie?
Is Audie better than Barreled?
N Oh, 1,000,000%. Okay, also she's cute, 1, but 2, um, she's, like, named after that, like, grandma who plays Animal
Oh,
Crossing.
yeah.
Aw,
Yes,
that's really
yes.
nice.
That's so
We
nice.
love her. We love her. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay, well, the last thing we got here for you is a villager personality quiz. So
Ooh.
let's start off here. The first question is, what's your ideal way to start the day? Option 1, hitting snooze a few times, then a slow breakfast. Option 2, jumping out of bed, ready for an adventure. Option 3, a quick workout to get the blood pumping. Option 4, sipping tea and planning my elegant outfit.
The first one.
Hitting snooze a few times and a slow breakfast.
Yeah,
I
sit
like
right
it.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next one. A new neighbor moves in. Your first thought is, ugh, more noise. Hope they keep to themselves.
That
Next
one.
one. Are you sure? Okay.
No, we'll hear the rest.
Okay, the other one is, oh, lovely. I should bake them some cookies. Next
No.
one, cool. I'll go say hi and offer to help them unpack. And last one, I wonder if they'll appreciate my refined taste.
No.
Okay, you're gonna stick with more noise.
Yep.
All right. So next one, you find a lost item on the island. You, 1, someone will find it, or maybe I'll check later, or not. 2, OMG, a mystery. I'll ask everyone until I find the owner. 3, return it immediately. It's the honorable thing to do. And 4, examine it closely. It might be valuable or very chic.
Return it immediately?
Aw, that's so nice. Okay, next one. How do you feel about surprise parties? 1, too much effort. Can I just stay home? 2, they're sweet as long as they're not too overwhelming. 3, love them. I'm always up for a good time with pals. And 4, only if I'm the guest of honor, naturally.
The second one.
They're sweet as long as they're not too overwhelming. Okay, next one. Your favorite type of furniture is 1, anything comfy I can nap on. 2, bright, colorful, and super fun. 3, something antique and a bit grumpy, like me. And 4, simple, practical, and makes the room feel cozy.
The last one?
All right. When facing a challenge, you 1, pump myself up and tackle it head on. 2, analyze it carefully and ensure my solution is flawless. 3, roll up my sleeves and get it done, no fuss. And 4, devise a clever, sophisticated plan.
2.
Analyze it carefully and ensure my solution is flawless. Next one. A friend is feeling down. You 1, offer them some snacks and watch a movie together. 2, try to cheer them up with jokes and a dance party. 3, grumble with them about what's wrong and offer sage advice. Or 4, give them a pep talk and remind them how awesome they are.
The first one.
Offer them some snacks and watch movies together. Your fashion
Yeah.
style is best described as 1, super trendy and always camera ready. 2, elegant, timeless, and a bit exclusive. 3, comfortable, sweet, and approachable. And 4, effortlessly cool and charmingly put together.
3.
Comfortable, sweet, and approachable. And the next one. The perfect island activity is stargazing and contemplating the universe, or snacks. 2, organizing a talent show for everyone. 3,
Ooh.
a competitive fishing tournament. And 4, complaining about the weeds and reluctantly pulling a few.
The first one.
Stargazing and contemplating the universe, or snacks. And the last one. What's the most important thing, or what's most important to you in a friendship? 1, having impeccable taste and appreciating the finer things. 2, kindness, reliability, and good conversation. 3, loyalty and someone who's got your back no matter what. And 4, someone who recognizes my obvious charm and intelligence.
3.
Loyalty and someone who's got your back no matter what. And you are Bob.
Bob.
Bob. Isn't Bob a cat? Isn't Bob a cat?
Yeah.
Oh,
How don't you know that?
I know. Bob the cat. That's a good one. I hear Ryan looking it up.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's a cat. Is
Aw,
he purple?
Yes,
Yep.
purple Bob.
Yep.
Bob is cute.
Uh-huh.
We love Bob. We love Bob. All right.
That's
Well,
amazing.
You did good. You did good, Rachel.
Thank
But
you.
yeah. So Ryan, are you ready for your quiz?
I am. I think.
All right. It's a Pokemon quiz. Pokemon
Oh,
personality
nice.
quiz. Let's go.
I'm ready.
All right. So this one is only out of the first 151 Pokemon that I made.
Nice.
So, first question. What's your ideal way to spend a free afternoon? Your options are training or engaging in a competitive sport, reading a book or learning something new, exploring a new trail or park, hanging out with close friends, creating art, music, or writing.
Would we be able to expand the fourth one to kind of what we do?
Hanging out with close friends?
Well, the creativity one. Like
Creating art, music,
recording
and
games
writing.
and stuff like that, editing.
Yeah. You want
I'll
that
choose
one?
that one. Yeah.
All right. A friend is feeling down. You cheer them up with jokes and fun activities, offer a practical advice and solutions, listen patiently and offer comfort, give them space but let them know that you're there, or encourage them to face their problems head on.
The third one?
Listen patiently and offer comfort.
Yeah.
All right. You're faced with a complex puzzle. Your approach is to try different solutions rapidly until one works. Analyze it from all angles before trying. Trust your intuition and gut feeling. Break it down into smaller, manageable parts. Or ask for a hint or collaborate with someone.
Oof.
No.
I know. I'm trying to think what I would do. What was the second one?
Analyze it from all angles before trying.
Yeah, we'll analyze it.
Sounds right. Okay.
You want to say that again, Ben?
Anyway, next question here. Which environment makes you feel most at ease? A bustling city with lots to do? A quiet library or study? A serene beach or lake? Wide open plains or mountains? Or a cozy home surrounded by loved ones?
Dang, the fourth one? I almost thought
Wide
the
open-
beach one, but I think the...
Wide open plains or mountains?
Maybe we wonder. Let's choose the beach one.
Okay.
And I thought you were gonna go with the house.
You're like the beach. Let's go.
The beach. Let's go. Peace and quiet.
Yeah. Okay. So when leading a group project, you prioritize clear goals and decisive action, ensuring everyone's voice is heard, innovative and unconventional ideas, efficiency and well thought out plans, or keeping team morale high and positive.
What was 1 and 2?
Clear goals and decisive action, or ensuring everyone's voice is heard.
See, I like both of those, but I'm going to choose 1.
All right.
Because a plan without action is nothing at all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, what kind of power would you choose? Super strength, the ability to fly, telepathy or mind reading, healing abilities, or invisibility or shapeshifting?
Between fly and healing, let's do fly. And you wouldn't need to
that's a popular one.
I
would
on
too.
Gas, save on
Yeah,
maintenance.
hey,
You know, if I could fly places.
A lot there.
Yeah.
Your favorite type of story involves epic adventures and heroic quests, mysteries and intricate plots, heartwarming tales of friendship and love, stories of underdogs overcoming great odds, and fantastical worlds and magical beings.
Between the first one and the last one.
Epic adventures and heroic quests, or fantastical worlds and magic beings?
Let's choose the first one. They're very close.
All right. How would you typically handle stress? Engage in physical activity? Talk it out with someone you trust? Retreat and process things alone? Distract yourself with hobbies or fun? Or analyze the source of stress and make a plan?
Retreat and process.
I like it. What role do you usually play in a group of friends? The leader or organizer, the reliable and supportive one, the quiet observer or thinker, the energetic and fun-loving one, or the one who is always up for anything?
The supportive one.
You find a lost item of value. You this is like the one Rachel had.
I know.
Immediately try to find its owner. Take it to the authorities / lost and found. Feel a thrill of mystery about it. Inspect it closely, curious about its origin. Or wonder if it's a sign or has a special purpose.
Lost and found.
Let's go.
Let's go. To the trash you go.
Which of these words best describes you? Brave, intelligent, kind, unique, or resilient?
Not sure any of those. Can you repeat that?
Brave, intelligent, kind, unique, or resilient?
Either kind or resilient. I'm gonna let Rachel choose this last one.
This isn't the last one.
It's not? Okay.
No.
Rachel.
I would say kind.
When learning a new skill, you prefer to jump in and learn by doing, read all instructions in theory first, learn from a mentor or trusted friend, practice patiently until perfect, or experiment and find your own way.
It's between one or two. I feel like I'd always just kind of like jump in.
Okay, you want to go with that? Jump in and learn by doing?
Yeah.
One or two are like complete opposite. You're like, it's between this or that.
That's fair.
Okay. Your dream home would be a castle or a commanding viewpoint, a tranquil spot by the water, a high-tech smart home, a cozy cottage filled with charm, a treehouse, or a home with open skies.
Those are all kind of good options with like their own.
I know advantages and
Own
I
advantages.
Yeah.
One more time, Ben.
A castle or a commanding viewpoint, a tranquil spot by the water, a high-tech smart home, a cozy cottage filled with charm, or a tree house or a home with open skies. That's like one option. It says or for some reason.
Home by the water.
All right. Rachel's like, me too. Okay.
Oh, I was like, smart home.
Yeah. What is most important to you in life? Achievement and recognition, knowledge and understanding, strong relationship and community, freedom and new experiences, or inner peace and harmony?
Interesting. Let's go with inner peace and harmony.
Yeah, that's actually what I went with. If you were a mythical creature, you'd want to be known for your strength and power, wisdom and insight, and this is the last one, by the way, grace and beauty, playfulness and joy, or rare and wondrous nature.
Let's go with the second one.
Wisdom and insight?
Yeah.
You are Blastoise.
Big man Blastoise.
You are Blastoise. Calm and dependable. You are a protective force offering steady support and wisdom.
Nice. What'd you get? Did you do this?
I got Alakazam. I did do it, yeah.
Nice, I love it.
I like Blastoise though, yeah. I actually went through the quiz multiple times to make sure, because like one time I use the AI app builder thing from Google to make this, and when I made one of the early Animal Crossing ones, I went through it. I always go through a couple times to make sure it gives you different ones from different answers.
Yeah.
And I went through it. It kept giving me the same one. So I went through each of these to make sure different answers to make sure it gave different Pokemon, which it does. So
that's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah. Actually, no. I think I got Blastoise too. I think Alakazam was one where I did different answers. So me and you did have pretty similar ones, actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
Blastoids bros.
You both did good on your quizzes. Yeah, that was good. Or I guess your I mean, you can't really fail a personality quiz, but good job anyway, Ryan.
You're like, to me personally, you failed the personality quiz, but
Well, I guess if your Pokemon was like Muck or something, then you kind of
Mug.
lose. But yeah, or Psyduck or something. But
What do you
you
think
got
about other?
you got one of
No
the
good.
starting 3, so that was good. That was good.
I wonder what the other options are. I like it. It's pretty good.
Well, any of the 151. I mean, it's an AI quiz, so maybe it's not that expansive because it was only 15 questions. But I feel like there's like 5 choices for each one, so I feel like there should be a good bit of options for the Pokemon there.
Yeah, I agree. That's
But
good.
yeah, that was a good way to end this episode here. This was a long one, but we had our guest
an hour.
Yeah, we really cut it short, but we had our guest here, Rachel, which we enjoyed having. Thanks for joining, Rachel.
Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Hopefully, we can convince you to stay up after midnight another time and have you on again.
Hooray!
Hooray. All right. Any final thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, maybe we'll have Rachel on for an episode trashing Ben. That'd be pretty good. I feel like she'd be an SME in that.
Didn't we already do that in this one?
No, this was Animal Crossing.
This was light. This was light.
Yeah.
The whole subject was trashing Ben.
Now you're like,
I'm like, no, time for bed, guys. All right. Well, anyway, guys, this was No More Respawns, episode 4. We're gonna try to move on to a week-by-week release schedule. Let's give us some grace here with us working into that, but we're hoping to do that. We're hoping to get more guests in the future episode, so stay tuned for that.
Maybe more like an hour to an hour and a half instead of 2.
Yes, we will try to cut it down, but we appreciate Go ahead, babe.
I was gonna say you could break it up into 2 episodes.
Part 1 and part 2. I mean, that's not a bad. I see that. I feel like if we would have planned that ahead of time and just had like that natural break in between, but I've seen podcasts that are like 4 hours, so it might be one of our longer ones. But if you've stuck around this long, we definitely appreciate it. And if you jumped around, but you ended up at this point, if you enjoyed what you've listened to, please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. It really helps out the podcast and channel if you're on YouTube. And we definitely would love to hear your opinion on the various different subjects we talked about, including jumping spiders and ketchup on pierogies. So a lot to comment on. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Your classic bye. All right, see ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
No more.